It seems ages now since you first heard how your fate would be intertwined with Hercules.
Yes.
Many of the friends you had then are now your enemies, and one of your oldest enemies has become your friend. Nemea is now an ally thanks to the exploits of the great Hercules, who killed a ferocious lion that was attacking the city. Grateful Ronphus, Nemea's ruler, has begun rebuilding his decimated city. The Amazons and Centaurs, who were once your friends, continue to cause trouble, and the time has come to exert your dominance over them. Capturing Mount Pelion, a prominent Centaur stronghold, will send them a loud and clear message
gladly.
that you are not to be trifled with. Of course, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Apollo, Poseidon, and Hephaestus still have nefarious plans to exact revenge on you. It is time to call Zeus, Hercules' father, to ensure that these warring deities will never be able to harm the city again.
Yeah, I mean, Apollo, I guess I can understand, and Poseidon, sure. I don't know what I've done to Hephaestus, apart from having some complicated feelings on him back when I was in Lemnos. But less said about that, the better. Anyway, hi, I'm Jingo. If you just joined me, this is the end of the adventure. This is the final episode of the adventure, so I'd suggest going back to the beginning. Otherwise, let's go to the city. Well, here we are, back at what I believe is the final episode of the adventure. Colony Monument is now available. It's made out of all the silver that I looted out of Ephesus. Yeah, I don't know quite what came over me in that last mission. I got particularly greedy, but it does mean I've got a nice, healthy bank balance of 12,658 drachma, with which to, I was going to say squander then, but I guess spend on facilities for housing and food for the poor and stuff like that. Harumph. I don't know if I already said welcome to Ancient Greece, I'm Jingo, but in case I didn't, welcome to Ancient Greece with me, Jingo. This is the last episode of the adventure, so if you're hearing this for the first time now, you're a bit late to the party. But when we were last in the city, you didn't really miss anything at all. The whole video came to about 28 minutes. Out of that was about 25 minutes of game time, because I just raced through the criteria. The centaurs didn't even have a chance to attack. However, I believe in this one, because we've got to build a sanctuary to Zeus. This great big thing. And this isn't going to be built quickly. There's going to be plenty of time for me to get invaded by the centaurs, and then by the Amazons, and then Poseidon. The Kraken will make an appearance, probably. Apollo, he doesn't like me. And anybody else that Hercules has managed to upset. I mean, the good news is that we've got Nemea on our side. Ugh. It's helpful ally that buys wood, bronze, grapes and armour, but doesn't provide anything, and the stuff he buys I don't provide, so well done Hercules, you did good. That's thanks for that. You can't see my face at the moment, but it was kind of setting a grimace, and maybe I could put a face cam on it. I did it once for one video back in the Total War days, and do I really look like that? That's what I got to ask. So I noticed in the last video, this city, I built some urchin keys, but I noticed I hadn't done anything about the area around here that you can build urchin keys. But I also thought there was more urchin keys I could build, but it looks like there isn't really. There's only 2. But you know what? I'm all about the urchins. Sounds rather charitable, doesn't it? Those urchins and ragamuffins. I'm all about them. Well, kind of philanthropic, kind of a bit Jimmy Savile. So, ooh, the gift of 18 bars of bronze. I don't remember that, but thank you very much. I still can't fashion them into anything, but I think I can. Well, I can't fashion them into weapons, but I can fashion them into sculptures, and that is what I'm going to do. 2, 3, 4. I just assumed I had unemployment because I've recently built this entire suburb here but it's not properly filled up yet. So even though there's only 2% unemployment, at very high wages, my god, how desperate was I for people? I also want to, because I've got a feeling that food is plentiful, and all of this is plentiful, and wine is plentiful, and armour is not plentiful, but I've got deep pockets now, and a tax base that's worth writing home about. Here's an interesting point though, where has all my armour gone? I could have sworn I had some there. Does anybody else sell armour? Kaime's not trading. Presumably they got ransacked by the Amazons that I didn't upset. Hercules upset. Mount Pelion isn't trading, so I can't get bronze from them or marble. Anybody else not trading? Well, we've lost those, but we have gained Ephesus. This debt-riddled city that I left behind, with unemployment in the 40%. They buy fleece and olive oil, and sell wood and bronze. That's not bad. So we'll make up for what we lost with Mountain Malia, which was absolutely nothing, say it again. Wood, bronze, wine. Yes, waste of time. And we'll stick in Ephesus. We won't stick in Ephesus because it's a port. I'd quite like to empty Kaime out. Who else is there? There's a trading post to Nemea. I mean, I suppose I could put it in just for good measure. But I don't make wood. I guess I could sell that excess bronze off. I also need to consider whereabouts I want to build this humongous stronghold of Zeus. And the sooner I crack on with it, the better, because I have a horrible feeling that this is going to get pretty militaristic. Because the game's got a lot of pent-up rage towards me, because it hasn't... Oh, thank you. It hasn't sent me any armies recently. I don't want to build it there. Whoa, 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 whoa. One wood. I've got enough olive oil. And what was the other thing? So yeah, it's probably quite sensible somewhere. Oh, I've got loads of wood, so to speak. I want to build Zeus's stronghold somewhere near the city would be nice, but I don't want to take up all this coastline. So here, it's a bit out of. Oh, I've got a bit northern then. It's coastline. Coastline. It's a bit Nottinghamshire, East Midlands way. I think the only place that's really available is here, but it's a feel like I'm kind of shunning Zeus then. It's like, we'll have Zeus, but I want him a bit far away. What about here? There. I think that works. It does depend on whether it can fit onto the map there or not, because I realise I'm getting quite close to the edge of the map. I might not be able to build the Kingdom Road if I do that as well. But I don't want to build here, because this is getting in the way of my posh housing and all the tax income that brings in. Ooh. I'm wondering if that's good, whether the game will agree to that. The game will not agree to that. Oh, but only because the merchant's in the way. Nope, the game won't agree to that. Alright, fine, I'll forgo this rather lucrative possibility of elite housing. Stick that there. You need 48 slabs of marble, alright. Alright. Game. I don't know where I'm going to get 48 slabs of marble from. I guess I could bully somebody for them. What's the point in having vassals if you're not going to bully them? I don't know, I've got quite a few colonies now, so if I bully one, they'll all get upset. Okay, I'm going to stop exporting marble. I should have done that earlier. So I've got lots of wood here. Some marble there. I shut the industry down. I don't remember doing that. Actually, I do remember doing that. We'll turn that back on, we'll get some sculptures going, we'll store the sculptures... Oh, I don't know. Same place as the bronze, I guess. No, that doesn't sound like a good idea. We'll have the sculptures over here. I'm quite aware of the fact that all of the sanctuary stuff is over here, and the sanctuary itself will be over here, but I think there's so much you can do. I may or may not have already achieved the housing requirements. 40 people in mansion or better, we've got 74, not bad. Sanctuary to Zeus, population of 3,000. I'm working on it. I think we're gonna hit that. Oh, definitely gonna hit that, and then some. So we'll stick some sculptures in there. Right. He's dedicated. Let's see how dedicated he is when I order a bunch of marble off of him. I also want to get some more nice housing. We'll have a nice colony monument. Oh, I don't know. There. Most favoured by Jingo, I, Arameos of Eleusis, count you among my favourite people. You're a fantastic leader and everyone should aspire to be more like you. Well, everybody likes me. Kaime likes me but won't trade with me. Go figure. It's nice to like me in Ephesus. I mean, once you got the bronze working... you've had to change your mind. The employment rate only went down to 35%. And, well, that's alright, isn't it? That's perfectly high appeal. Can I build a fish pond? Yes! Everything is right with the world. Look at it, it's beautiful. It's rather nice seeing all the fish swim around. But that's not what you came to... You didn't come to watch me watch fish. I don't know what you come here for. It's certainly not to get hints and tips on how to play Zeus, because my word, do I not know about that. So, who... I want to get a pier up and running, because there's a profit opportunity here. To sell olive oil to my good friends in Ephesus. And they can take some fleece as well while they're at it. Take all the fleece, I've got loads of the stuff. I used to have loads of the stuff. I don't have any of the stuff now. Thank you. He's still dedicated, so I'll take some more marble off of you. I might even buy some. Where has my money gone? I swear I had 13,000 at the start. And I also swear I've not done a great deal of construction. I've imported some urchins. It's a good question. Where has my money gone? I've bought a whole load of something, but I don't think urchins cost that much. Oh, I bought some armour. Well, I hope to get that back when these people... I don't know. I'll even give them a fish pond over here as well. I'm all about fish ponds. Or I can have diplomatic monument. I still want a fish pond, so we'll clear that out and get a fish pond in. And I think fish pond is becoming the new urchin of this video. That's not a fish pond, that's a hedge maze. There we go. Needs horses. Can I build horses? No, I can't. It's just gonna be hoplites. So I've got to take on the centaurs without any horses. It's alright. They're all horsemen anyway, so I guess if you just go in with a good phalanx, it should do alright, unless there are horse archers. In which case it won't do alright. You'd have to take in some bowmen. That's the best way. Best way to counter horse archers. This is a pro tip for if you ever encounter horse archers in life. Best thing you can do with horse archers is with skirmishers and archers, and even better, firearms. But, that's the crucial part where like settled societies overtook nomadic societies, because you think, well, the Great Horde, or the Golden Horde, like the remnants of the Mongol Empire, was quite big in Eastern Europe, or the steppes, right through until the 1500s or thereabouts. And the Crimean Khanate didn't disappear until the 1700s. In case you're wondering how long the Mongol Empire went on for in its segmented form. But if you can get, well, basically it's skirmishing and long distance battle is the way to fend off horse archers, because you can't catch up with them because you just gallop away. Which is how the Parthians were able to defeat the Romans so handily at the Battle of Carrhae. Also the fact that what's his name wasn't a very good general, he was just very wealthy. Oh, what's his name now? He's part of the triumvirate with Caesar and Pompey.
Worship me,
I don't know.
and I will bring you more joy than any other god.
I will worship you, Zeus, but I need to get the marble in first. We need a lot more marble. We're going to need so much marble, it's unbelievable. Oh, it's going to be bothering me now. Somebody will know. You're all a learned lot. That's why you're here. Somebody will know the Crassus, wasn't it? It's Crassus. Crassus, Pompey, and Caesar. And Crassus was the money man. So yeah, where was I? But the trouble with like having bowmen is it takes a long time to train a bowman. Crossbowmen and crossbows are a bit naff, really. I mean, I wouldn't want to be hit with a crossbow bolt, but firearms, it takes at most, I don't know, like a month to train somebody up to use a musket. That's what turned the lovely. Mount Pelion respects me. That's a shame we've got to invade. They actually quite like me. The docile, weak, and I've got a lot of well, I've got 4 hoplites. Why have I got so few? We need more armour. Can I send? Ooh, I didn't mean to click that message again, but it's always nice to know that people love you. I mean in general. I mean, it's nice to know that people love you. It's nice to know that cities of a computer game love you as well. It's not quite the same, but you take what you get, can't you? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for more marble. I currently have 42. I need 48. I don't really... Let's get rid of that then. I also feel I think I might need some more fleece. Okay, let's work it out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 72 fleece a year I produce. Assuming all the goats, all the sheep are fully grown, and none of the temples have nicked any. And given that I've got 2 of them, and soon to be 3, that's not a safe assumption. So that's 72 a year. Ooh, Themyscira launches invasion. Great by Jingo, not Great by... Oh, by Great Jingo. In just 6 months, an Amazon war party from Themyscira will arrive to attack your city. Make sure you are prepared for their arrival. Well, I've got some troops, I've got some rabble, and if all else fails, I've got some money to pay them off. Because I've managed to... This is the first time there's going to get close to any conflict in the 7 series of this episode. It's like an inverse of the Athens one, where there wasn't much in the way of mythology, but there was a lot of like fighting between city-states. Here, there's been very little fighting between city-states and a lot of mythology. Anyway, 72. I think this bunch here is like 8. Let's say 10, 20, 30. That leaves 42 for export. That's 6. That's 54. So this city not trading. Let's shut it down then. 54. That's another 24 there. So that's 76. And another 12 there. So what I take from that is I can probably fit another couple of carding sheds in without drowning in fleece. See, that was all right, wasn't it? Careful financial management. I ought to have got a spreadsheet out. Now what am I waiting for? Though very wise our philosophers were, not quite wise enough. They came in second. You don't get anything for second. You're in trouble. Oh boy. Right, so here's something I want to know. Why is it 471 BC and my people don't know agriculture or horseback riding? I mean, golly, in Civilization 2, agriculture was just known right from the very beginning, and horseback riding is one of the first techs you can learn. Along with warrior code and pottery. Bronze working, I think, as well. It's like the first 5 initial texts to have no prerequisite in Civilization 2. And why? A, I can remember that, and B, you needed to know right this instance. I know the answer to neither of those. Still, it's good to know, wasn't it? Oh, ceremonial burial. Forgot that as well. That's one you can research right off the bat. And then if you get ceremonial burial and code of laws, you can research monarchy. And if you get something in literacy, you can research the republic. So you can essentially beeline to one of those 2 right from the get-go, and get out of despotism as quickly as possible, because that has terrain penalties. So any square that produces more than 3 of a resource, it then deducts 1. Which isn't really a problem until you come around to irrigating land. But I don't know why I'm suddenly talking about Civilization 2. I don't think it even runs on my PC, so I can't even do an emergency let's play, where I suddenly start playing Civilization 2. But it's always nice to take a trip down memory lane, and I'm glad you were there. Not exactly a willing participant, but kind of like a hostage while I walk down memory lane. I think another fish pond is in order. These people... Oh, they just want armour. I want them to have armour, but I also don't want to pay for it. What's the marble situation like now? It's the same because I've not, I've not paid for any. I don't want to pay. But it's not the most expensive import. It's only 72, so I can more or less make up the difference with my fleece. I'd still rather not. Plus, I've got a feeling that Lemnos is a whole lot less pleased to see me than they were at the beginning of this scenario. Oh, they're going to sail over. Well, of course they are. They're on a different continent. But I did say in a previous video that the centaurs are only going to attack from over here. The Amazons, by the looks of it, could come from anywhere. Hermes won't be much help. It doesn't do much in terms of human fighting. In fact, I didn't think it did much in terms of god fighting, but he tried to take on Apollo, bless him. It didn't work, but it was nice to know. Right, what is the military situation? I've got 4 hoplites and a Waralora rabble. Waralora... That didn't work. I can't believe these people don't think it's a high peel area. I mean, granted, there is a hospital next door, so perhaps I could use this space to put a hedge maze. We might put 4 gazebos in, actually. I don't think there's a particular difference between whether you get a hedge maze or 4 gazebos, fish pond or 4 gazebos. I don't know. I mean, it's easy enough to find out because it's actually in the config files. But I'm not going to dig through them. Not yet, anyway. Might do it at some point. I wonder if the Amazons will appear next to my diplomacy and peace monument. It is still tragic. I was hoping to go through an entire adventure, inadvertently avoiding all conflict. But unless I build this sanctuary, which I haven't even placed yet in 1 month, it's not going to happen. Shame. I salute you. Okie dokie. That should bring me up to my total so I can build a stronghold. There we go. Yes, it'll go quicker when there's some artisans. I presume I've got some unemployment. I don't even check anymore. That's a bit gung-ho, isn't it? And everybody has to walk past the great big construction site in order to get to my city. That seems fine. I'm alright with that. We'll get a maintenance office and my artisans. You never know. This, I think it's like in Pharaoh, where marauding bands can't just destroy the pyramids. This could form a nice block to anybody that tries to invade. They can't come this direction. I mean, yes, they can just walk around there. But at least it's something that's in the way. Do the old sanctuary defence. Employment, 14% unemployment. That seems quite healthy compared to the last city. 14% employment is not healthy. I don't know how. Like the most recent unemployment figures, 5% is. I guess it's. I don't know if 5% is good or not, because we had, while I was growing up in the early 2000s, they were like the boom times, good times. So 3% unemployment was like where it sat at, I guess, 3 to 5%. I imagine it could get a whole lot higher than that. It's things like, I don't know if at 13%, it's like 14%, social, like society starts to break down. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out at some point. And it's perfectly high appeal, and you know it. Next to 3 gazebos and a park. Do you know what? It's I was tempted to bribe them though, because it would be the easy option. But you've all come for a fight, and I will give you a fight. So I'll fight to defend the city. They are arriving by sea. I don't know where they're going to land. But I guess we'll get the troops ready wherever it may be. Maybe it's down here. I think they've got to land on the beach. By the time I find out where it is they're actually landing, it'll probably be too late to redirect all my forces. So I'll deploy them now. They're all into a position of sorts. That covers at least some beach. I mean, they could sail over here, land there. Well, I think they can just land anywhere, can't they? I have absolutely no idea of preempting. I can't preempt this. Well, it looks like they're going straight for the fleece, which I don't want them to, but it's a pretty sensible option. Employees are needed. I knew that. Perhaps speed things up just a smidgen. I'm well aware that you're probably watching this and getting incredibly frustrated, because whenever something exciting happens like this, I immediately slow the game down. I mean, the cheeky beggars don't even bother bringing warships because they know I can't build any. So just sail some transports in. 4 of them. Right, it looks like they are heading over this way, so everybody go there. Well, it can't hurt to raise a few more rabble. And I'll make sure to raise the wage rate during this. 170 workers needed is probably going to cause a bit of a problem. Although by the looks of it, I could probably. I was going to say I could stop the oil industry, but it's currently been blessed. So that's going to produce a lot of olive oil. Oh right, yeah, the invasion. Right, they've gone over here. Looks like they're probably going to land on the beach. Here. Oh, there they are. Oh, Athena! Thank you. Can you hear them screaming? Let's turn that off a bit. Is it speech? I don't know. Is it an ambient sound? Ah! This doesn't sound very ambient. Still, the music's blaring out, so I may as well blare everything else out. Athena, you are on it. In fact, so are the rabble. Everybody's on it apart from the hoplites, but they are on the way. Time to celebrate by Jingo. The Amazon forces from Themyscira, that's its leader Hippolyte, sent to plague us. With thwarted by our brave soldiers, they can now build a commemorative monument. I was going to try that sentence again where you can actually hear me this time, but well, we all know what it was saying. Nice work, Athena. Yeah, good luck walking back through that. I don't know. doesn't look like it, but in Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom, the units get experience, don't they? But it comes so hard, like experience. In Pharaoh you get experience as well. It's seldom worth it. You have to lose so many troops that by the time you get experience, like you whittle the company down to 2 men, by the time they get fresh recruits in, all the experience that you gain is just gone. Alright, everybody go home. Ah, that stops the exciting music. I wonder if we can use this moment of celebration to attack Mount Pelion. It's one shield. I mean, I know it's only for hoplites, unless I can get somebody like Eleusis on board. They're philanthropic. No, in fact they wouldn't even help me out to defend me. Everybody's really weak in this scenario. I've only just noticed. Shows how observant I am. Well, we'll give it a try. We're going to upset the centaurs, but something tells me they shouldn't be docile anyway. I don't know why everyone likes me so much. It's a question I ask myself on a regular basis. Why does everyone like me? I just don't understand it. Oh, I don't know if I really want to upset my vassals by taking them with me. So let's just go. Let's take a look. I need 125 slabs of marble, 24 loads of wood, and 22 sculptures. Lemnos is... they're loyal, but their loyalty is probably wearing a bit thin. I can't even give them that much fleece. Now there's a reason to get some more carding sheds on the go. High unemployment is the problem. Well, if I stopped paying people so much. Strengthen the military, no one knows what Ronthus is intending to do. Ron of Nemea. Well, it's gone up from like 0 to 1. But it's good now because he's my ally, erstwhile friend. So perhaps another carding shed might not be a bad idea, simply so I've got a surplus of fleece to send to Lemnos to ease their suffering. Or at least their anger, quell their anger. I'm not entirely sure why that earthquake. I mean, what's it supposed to do? Oh, fire in the storehouse! Oh my god, that's got all my... Oh, good lord. Somebody put that fire out. Whew. Oh, that's an expensive fire. Oh. Let's work that out. 640, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3,000. Almost 4,000 drachma almost went up in smoke there. Whew. Good lord. I try not to get carried away, but when you see that much drachma potentially go up in flames, it really focuses the mind. Right, let's import some bronze. I don't know where from. That colony where we established a bronze camp. Probably a good place to start looking. Seems awfully slow though, only 12 a year. And again, this is probably going to be a slow scenario, because the game actually wants me to experience an invasion. It's learnt its lesson from last time. Sent me a nice easy couple of challenges and just whizzed through it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again. You're going to have to build a sanctuary now, and you're going to enjoy it. Go on, Lemnos. Give us some more marble. There's a lot to do. 24 loads of wood. I think I've got the wood for that. Yeah. I've got 6 sculptures, but that's not going to be enough. I need 22. Zeus is a greedy beggar. I feel comfortable saying that because he's not been active for about 2.5 millennia. Eleusis, I didn't know you supplied. Oh, come on. Thwarted our goal of crushing them under our sandal. He's furious. I'm furious. I mean, come on, game. I've got plenty of people in this. I had 4 hoplite companies. And there was a Arbor of Athena, that ought to have helped. Endow your soldiers with more strength. So I'm probably going to face an invasion of centaurs now. But in a sense, I kind of deserved it. And Eleusis has stopped selling me armour. So I don't know where I'm going to get it from now. I don't know. A little bit stumped. Oh, I can. Yep, no idea. So it means that I can't replenish my military now. So I should have been more careful. Although good to know that I've actually got more. Huh. One of the Nemean games with our good friend Nemea. It's not made Karen any happier. He's still pretty furious. Everybody else doesn't mind. They see the funny side. Ooh, that looks industrious. What's the employment rate like? 9%. I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is my lack of armour. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get around this. I guess just waiting. Thanks, Lemnos. Defeated warriors return. Well, I'm happy about it nonetheless. 4 of them. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of them left. Huh. I'm loath to speak your name by Jingo because it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Well, don't look at me, it was Hercules that started it. I feel like I've thrown away an awful lot of goodwill here. For, I don't know why. What's the military situation like? It's not dire. Looks like we lost 6, 10, 12 men? Oh. Oh, he won't sell them me, but he will give them me. That's something. Weird. We'd have to buy them. You don't have to give them to me. Yeah, the game really wants me to slow down, doesn't it? It's like, you're not finishing this quickly like the last one. Not only now have you got to build Zeus' stronghold, but we're going to tell you to invade a place and not give you the armor to do it.
A lame immortal still has more power than you can imagine.
Oh, hello, Hephaestus. I haven't seen you since Lemnos. Ooh, wonder if anyone can beat him off. What about? I don't think Athena can. I guess only Aphrodite can. I don't believe Hermes can fight anybody off. That puts a commemorative monument there. And a park around it, make it look pleasant. Should... I want wine. You've got wine? Oh, where did the god go? I've lost him. Oh, there he is. What's he going to do? That seems... Not the tax collector. Seems a trifle unnecessary. Looks like he's killed some actors.
You have done a wonderful job building this city. I'm sure the Elysian fields pale in comparison.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, he's killing noblemen. Or taxpayers. And high-paying taxpayers as well. Which he wouldn't. What is he going? Take this opportunity to have a quick drink. Tribute played by Ephesus. I don't need it. I'll take 3 jugs of oil. I will take all the marble you're willing to give me, Lemnos. I don't think... You're very happy now. Well, he's still loyal. Give you some fleets once I've got some. Right, where's he gone now? That had all my armour and twine in it. I think the hammer sufficed us. Yeah, I get lost. I mean, it would have been nice if you'd have acted a bit sooner there, Athena. But, better late than never, I guess. Like, he beelined straight for that. He didn't do anything else, did he? He just went straight for where the armour was stored. Well, you guess makes sense for the God of the Forge. I wonder if that was part of the I was going to say AI, but whoa! Oh, he set fire to a building as well.
Eureka! I found the best city and the most capable
Oh, thank you very much. So I wonder if he looks around when he arrives at a city, looks for any foundries, looks for any metal, what are they called? Armories. Can't find any of them, look for some armour or bronze in a storehouse. Or whatever else he cursed. So I guess there's like a list of things he looks for, and that was the one. Well, it's interesting to note that he's having to walk back. Yeah, all right. Is he leaving? Yes, he is. But not before causing some trouble. I wonder if Aphrodite was here, if she would just like flick him off straight away. Ooh, I was... I saw them put one mana out. I was worried that they wouldn't put the other one out. He's very short of armour. Well, good standing in all of the Olympian Games. It's good to know. Right, what does this place need? Lots more marble, 24 wood, that's fine. 22 sculptures. Presumably it's waiting on the marble, but the marble's there. There's some sculptures there, there's some wood there. And there's the marble. Marvellous. Ah. You were waiting for it. Maybe you weren't, it came as a surprise. Throw a curveball in there. Weren't expecting that. Another situation is, we were back to where we were before we even tried to invade Mount Pelion. The difference being that it's now hostile, where it was once docile. But at least it kind of rhymes. It's like gone from the complete opposite, like completely loving me to being furious. I'd never seen such a change in attitude since, well, I don't know, was going to say the breaking of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, but we could hardly say that it's the signing of the pact between Soviets and Nazis was hardly a goodwill gesture, just extreme realpolitik. And there's no love in that, just ask Bismarck. Just leave that sentence hang for a while, just ask Bismarck. I was also thinking about what to do next. Just wait, is pretty much it. Wait for Lucis to give me some armor. I mean, I wouldn't mind making my own game. You know, I've got the bronze to do it, or I would have if I paid for it. We're building another storehouse just to store some more sculptures, and then since we've got the money for it, import some more bronze. We're already importing as much bronze as we can. I think that's not a storehouse. Neither is that. Well, it is a storehouse, but I didn't mean to click on the storehouse. I meant to click on a trading post. The game really wants me to spend. So we've got to build a huge sanctuary. I can't buy any armor, and I can only build 3 sculptures a year. I can't buy any, I think. Can I? No, I think I could do once, but after upsetting the Amazons, they don't want to sell me any. Oh well. I guess what I could have done is I could have stockpiled for when the going was good. But I don't know if that's not a bit gamey. And also, I didn't know this was going to happen. I can't remember if it was going to happen or not. So at least you're getting the raw experience. Well, I feel it's a little bit gamey when I did what I did last video, which is spend more time in the colony than I really had to in order to get my funds up, just so I've got a bit of pocket money to play around with. I mean, I guess it'd be worse if I stayed in this city and just built up a stockpile of marble and sculptures so that I could immediately build a sanctuary to Zeus. Perhaps it would fundamentally take the challenge out of it. That's already 53% complete, so that's pretty good. Right, let's see what the centaurs have to say for themselves. I'm rather tempted to just throw wave after wave of untrained rabble at them so I don't have to waste the armour on potential hoplite deaths. Or I could have just paid them off. Oh! Well, it looks like I'm going to be fighting with the troops anyway, because that's where they're coming from. Whoa! God, I wish there was a quicker way of doing this. Like it didn't just centre on the palace every time. Right, we'll call those. While they're being called, I will get some rabble on the go. Employees are needed. I know. Hopefully, it's a temporary measure. And I get what they were thinking, because this is how Impressions Games does combat, and they were like playing it around a bit, but there's a better way of doing combat than this. It's basically to do what Total War does, or at least did. There's a fair few of them. Still, I've got Athena. Hopefully she'll bail me out again. And there she is. Now that was an investment well worth it. I wonder if Zeus would do something similar as well. As far as I can tell, Athena wasn't born. She was split out of Zeus's head, fully formed and fully clad in armour. And come on, Athena, give some of us a chance to fight. Oh, they are doing. Good. Zeus ate the spirit of Metis. I think her name is. It was the. It was just knowledge personified, and he gorged on it, and it gave him a tremendous headache. And he said, "Well, I'll do anything to get rid of this headache." And Hephaestus, of all people, comes up and says, "I will get rid of the headache, but you've got to promise not to do anything, not to retaliate against me." He said, "Fine, whatever." And he cleft Zeus's head open, and out pops Athena, fully formed. Lovely. Now, why couldn't you have fought like that at Mount Pelion? Okay, everyone go home. That looks pretty cool. So I guess Athena is wisdom, and wisdom is knowledge plus whatever Zeus represents. Which I guess is everything else? It's like the difference between knowledge and wisdom. What is it? Knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit, wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. I remember that one from years ago when I was at uni, and one of the professors had that as their email signature. And since then, I've used it several times to make myself appear more clever than I am. I think it's fairly good. And look at how much olive oil there is. You've got meat and stuff. That's Athena doing a thing again, blessing the olive presses. I'm fairly sure that causes them to quadruple production. I think it's something like that. So I don't know what to do now. Wait, I guess. That's some 6 armour. Thanks, Lucis. Couldn't you just... What did I do? Oh yeah, the Amazons. It was them. Themiskra last time, wasn't it? I mean, they're docile and they're still invading me. Oh, just you wait. Is this the mission where the game says you've not had any fighting for the last 6 episodes, so we're going to make up for it now? Hold that thought. I'm not going to say no to some wine. We'll have a backup wine store here. And my people need to drink more, or I need to purchase less. And that is coming along nicely. 57 needed. I have 31, so we're almost there. Lemnos, you're a good guy. If you give me some more now, and then send me some tribute, I'll probably have enough never to bother you again. Hurrah, says Lemnos. I think I've got plenty of fleece to send your way. So, thanks for that. There's 16 skeins of this stuff. And there it is. So there's 10, he should give me another 16, and that should be more than enough to get all the marble I need to finish off. He says, let's work that out, was it 33 plus 16? It's not enough, but it's close enough. I can probably buy the other 3, I'll stretch to that. Just. Okie dokie. But what direction are they coming from? Are they going to do the same thing again and land here? Because that wasn't too bad. Could deal with that. It'd be nice to be able to build some towers. Or an armory. Or have some armour. The military situation is... still short by... 5, 7, 9 suits of armour. And yes, I really did count it up that slowly. I was counting it up in my head and then thought, yeah, I just went blank. I don't know how to describe it. What's 3,000 drachma? That's getting expensive, this. I will fight to defend the city. There's been another military built up at Nemea. Nobody knows why. And Lemnos will give me the marble. And it is 18 slabs, not 16, which means I'm only 1 marble short of a full bag. Something like that. Right, they're sailing in, but once again I don't know where they're sailing to. So off we go. A few of these, hoping that Athena will just appear out of nowhere and do her thing. That was it's been very useful the past couple of times, but maybe it's the reverse of third time's a charm, third time's a curse, I guess. And Athena will just be like, I'm not bailing you out again. And I'd be like, well, I didn't ask you to bail me out the first time, but it was nice. I'm not going to fall out with you because this is a hypothetical. Well, I wouldn't say that if I was actually saying that to Athena. If I was actually saying that to Athena, I'd be questioning a whole lot more about the situation than favours owed and favours granted. Namely, of which was, where am I, and why am I talking to an ancient Greek goddess? With the first two questions that spring to mind. It'd be pretty cool, though. I guess I'd then ask, where am I? Maybe I'd be on Olympus. 4 that time, doesn't seem so bad. Unless they land right where the sheep are. Hygiene's perfect, in other news. Phew. Don't bother that trading ship. Unless it was to raid it after it had loaded its goods to take the drachma. Lemnos is grateful for the fleece. So they're still loyal. And now all we've got to do is deliver the stuff. And I don't know how long that's going to take. I probably ought to focus on other things right now. Things such as, where's my military? Oh, there it is. There's some more. I also want to know quite where they're landing. And again, I'd rather send the rabble in so that I don't take the hit to the armour, which is a really bad thing, isn't it? For the game's being so stingy that I'm having to put untrained civilians. I blame the game. We'll stick the wages up. Not that high. He's keen. I like him. Athena's doing her thing again. Sagittarius the Amazon. Dictes. Abbas. Arctus. Chromis. Lycopes. Galoot. Jeff. Okay, so one of them's not called Jeff, but it's quite a nice concept. So I'll keep the elite troops back just a bit, because we seem to be doing a fairly good job with just the rabble. I'll probably throw some more rabble in there. The elite troops are there in case things go south. And I think they're doing a top-notch job. But it looks... Oh, where's she going? I keep using the female pronoun, but I don't think she actually has a gender. I mean, yes, she does have the female Athena, as opposed to Athenus. I don't know. Mount Malia can do one. You don't turn your back on me as an ally and then turn around and say, actually, well, can you give me some stuff? It's not how it works, pal. Also, what route are they taking to get away? Apart from the most convoluted one. And don't loot on the way out. And don't throw stones at Athena, she's doing a very good job. Right, I think Yeah, don't destroy buildings. You're supposed to be running away. Cheeky. Right. Everybody back to base, and we will rethink our options. Also rethink a lot more. 1, 3, 4. So I'm back up to where I was before. I don't care, Mount Amelia. Are you also a centaur? Lukos. Was Lukos a centaur? I know Chiron was. I don't remember Lukos from the Age of Mythology campaign, but it was a long campaign, so who knows. High unemployment is a problem. I've got a cure for that. Lower wages. It's like an inverse of a supply and demand chart, isn't it? I'm affecting price, so that's affecting supply and demand. It's kind of backwards. Neither of my colonies, none of my colonies, have any troops whatsoever. What I think is, I have slightly more troops than I did before, and if I bring in one of my colonies, one of my dedicated colonies. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for... Oh, second. Second's not good enough. So it's not winning. I'm going to wait for... That's a lot of statues. That's quite impressive, actually. Wait for some armour to come in. I'll get the armour delivered to here. When they upgrade, I will send my newly improved army with my vassals, and we'll have a great time. And why is there a fire in the city there? Is that really too far for you to try? It looks like it might be. But I can't see how I'm going to fix that. I'm not short of risking devolution of the housing, so I'll just have to deal with the periodic fire. Look, don't put statues to Hephaestus in. Not when he's actively getting in the way of building the sanctuary. Let's try again. Dionysus, Hermes, Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Ares, Apollo. 5 slabs of marble. Artemis, Athena, Demeter, Hades, and Poseidon. Hey, we've learned something while we've been doing this Let's Play. Because I seem to remember I did something similar when we were in Athens, and I could only get 8 out of 12. Which, if you translate it into the, a lower fraction, it's still better than the meatloaf ratio. It's 2 out of 3. Ain't bad. That joke's a little bit dated now, but I'm alright with that. Well, how much marble do I need? Still need 20 slabs, so let's not get too gung-ho. I don't know what I need 20 slabs for, but I need them. I mean, there's only a few spots here, but that can't be more than 12. So now we just wait. Ooh, economic prosperity at Nemea. Money is rolling in and the city's industries are more productive than they've ever have been before. Good for them. Would you like to join me on a... No, it's never high enough to request a strike, is it? Come on, Lucis. Give me some armour. I know you've got some. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do in the meantime. The city is ticking over nicely. We've got enough fleece to sell and some for a surplus to give to Lemnos for being such a good, just a good all-round chap. There you go, have some more fleece. Wonder how many sculptures I need. That's not the right one. This is the one I'm after. Still need 6 sculptures, which is 2 years worth of imports of bronze. But that does mean I don't need quite so many sculpture studios. High unemployment is a problem. Maybe, but if you're unemployed, you're paying taxes, but I'm not paying your wages. So, you say it's a problem. Lemnos is grateful for fleece. Do you like me? Yes, you're down educated. Nuts to this, I'm invading Mount Pelion. Go on, everybody on board, and we will get Learner. Because it's been a while since they've done anything for me. I don't think anybody's invading me. Learner is now bitter. But tell you what, have some fleece, that'll make you feel better. I mean, you ask them for one thing. I mean, just send some troops, just help me. Ugh, I've gone from dedicated to bitter. How could you do this to me? It's not like I've invaded the place. Wait, in Europa Universalis 4, I could declare war on my vassal as a fully diplomatic Golden Horde. And I think I only lose 2 stability. Well, not a vassal, it's a tributary, but functionally the same thing in this game. They're giving me tribute, aren't they? That's what I've been doing in my downtime. I always like playing the game of Europa Universalis as a horde. Usually the Great Horde / Golden Horde / New Mongol Empire. I think I've said this before, or I may have been talking to it myself. Well, whatever. But it's quite nice because there's a lot of like rules and calculations and constraints on what you can do as a country in terms of diplomats and when you can declare war and when you can do this, that, and the other. And you got to be careful with your expansion. You got to plan it. And I'm not going to demand anything when I'm done with you. Well, there we go. Now you give me armor. I was saying, oh yeah, and when you play as a horde, it just takes these diplomatic rules and just goes, nah. You can declare war on anybody so long as you border them, and your economy is dependent on raising your neighbours' provinces. Great fun, great fun. Most martial by Jingo, your army was victorious at Mount Pelion, and their leader Chiron is ashamed. Mount Pelion is now ours. To celebrate our achievement, you can build a commemorative monument. I would love to build a commemorative monument. Mount Pelion is bitter, but no more bitter than Lerner were for just taking part. I mean, jeez, you would have thought I'd asked them for something. I mean, yeah, they're like just as bitter as if I'd invaded them. There you go. Have some fleece. It's not bad being my vassal. So I've got everything sorted now, and the Sanctuary to Zeus is 93% complete. So even though the game has put quite a few stoppers on, and why are you suddenly arriving?
Word is that there are plenty of jobs here for anyone who wants one.
I mean, there shouldn't be any housing free.
Pestering bungler, you have angered me.
Because you cruelly refused to send me 15 amphorae of wine. Harumph.
No more succor for the mind or the body shall be offered to the natives of this land.
Yeah. You just wait. When I get Big Daddy Zeus on you, you won't be so happy. Right, we'll build that there to remind these people of their martial victory. Remind them of my martial victory, martial prowess. I'll put another monument to victory here, and we'll have another commemorative monument to victory here. Surrounded by a few gardens.
No more succor for the mind.
What's he doing? What was that? Oh, no you don't.
And I can't think of a wiser leader.
Good stuff. Just try to avoid the invading god. It'll make your life unpleasant. Why is that taking so long? Well, I don't mind him doing this thing here where he's just cursing everything. It's when he destroys stuff that I take issue with. Worried for a second then he might try to destroy the stadium. That's 500 drachma to replace that. I also hope he doesn't kill my returning troops. That wouldn't go down well. I mean, come on, Apollo, you can let bygones be bygones. It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't me that did whatever it is that upset you. I mean, I didn't renege on the debt to build the walls of Troy, and I didn't steal the daughter of the king of Troy from the Kraken. So I don't know what you got against me and my city. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you want me to ditch Hercules, that's fine. It's been nothing but trouble. Also, what's he doing? He just seems to be just picking on random individuals. But I hope one of those random individuals isn't carrying a sculpture. That's all I can say. That is what I'm waiting on, isn't it? I'll give you some fleece. Ah, whatever. Perhaps I should have waited for him to get angry at me not giving him wine, then invaded, then sent the fleece. Looks like I've got it all in the wrong order, but hopefully when these 4 sculptures get built, and there's 2. Huh, that was some dramatic music that suddenly turned into less dramatic music. In fact, for all the sound and fury signifying nothing, nothing ever came of that. Hygiene's a little bit worse off, perhaps there's a slight gap in culture, but he only destroyed 1 maintenance office. I think.
Build me a fire to roast my friends upon.
I can't see any other ruins.
We need fleece. Time to buy some.
Oh. Well, very clever, Apollo. I think he's done that before, hasn't he? He's come in and just destroyed the roadblock, and it caused me no end of problems because I couldn't find. Well, maybe that was an offline game, but I'm pretty sure that's happened before. Something's happened with a roadblock, and it's caused all the walkers to do weird things, and it took me ages to realise why half the block wasn't getting water. And it's because there was a roadblock in the way of this nice, efficient setup we've got going on.
You have done a wonderful job building this city. I'm sure the Elysian fields pale in comparison.
I mean, you say more appeal, but you're next door to a sanctuary, to a Zeus. What more could you want?
You have made
Oh, here
me
he
your
is.
enemy, and I shall make the sea your enemy too.
I think we've had the full raft of them now, haven't we? It's like a cameo appearance, one after the other. It's like a bad sitcom. Oh, who's that walking through the door? It's Poseidon! Is he just going to sink that ship just for the fun of it? Yes. Or the ship sank itself. It just saw Poseidon there. It's like, well, I know my place. What? How? What? Ugh. How long have I been paying that kind of money? Come on, Poseidon. Don't make this game last longer than it has to. Okay. Plan B. Can I beg for bronze? Lots of people do make bronze. And the ally Nemea is philanthropic. Is he so philanthropic? No. Oh, he buys bronze. Oh. That's different. That's entirely different. Ephesus sells bronze, but it's a sea route. Doesn't matter. Mount Pelion sells bronze, but he's not really in a. Perhaps if I give you some more fleece. He's not really in a cooperative mood right now. I'll take some bronze off of you though. Urchins! I said that before in another one. Oh! This one gets destroyed, the other one just gets cursed. I heard myself say it in the video when Lemnos, about 50 minutes in ago, me urchins, and I set it as a comment. So it's only got, the video's only got one comment and it's just me, the timestamp. I thought it was pretty good. What is Nemea on with? Give me some bronze. It's still insubordinate. Does that affect me winning? No, it doesn't. So I don't care. Right, is Poseidon going? Enemy advancing. Enemy advancing? Oh, when it says enemy advancing, it meant Poseidon. Well, that was costly. I didn't much appreciate that. Ah, it's ahead of the game. Horrors by Jingo. Because they want more land to call their own, the Amazon war party of Penthesilea, city of Kyme, is approaching and will try to invade the city in 3 months. You've already made your cameo appearance. You don't need to make another one. So, pair of Lemnos. Pair of Ephesus, or Ephesus. It is Ephesus, isn't it? But again, I think Ephesus sounds better. I mean, the people that live there probably don't appreciate me doing that. But, Mount Pelion can. I will buy some bronze off of Mount Pelion. But I will also sell them fleece. Good stuff. I'll even change the view to get. There we go. Hang on there a while, and I'll be able to use this as a video thumbnail for all the good it does. I don't know. What I mean for all the good it does? It's like the primary thing to get drive views to videos. That's why you get the whole like deceptive thumbnail thing. Perhaps I should just have a picture of an attractive lady. With the phrase like "Let's play Zeus," just lure people into the false presenters. They would. I don't think they'd stick around for very long. Ooh, maybe I could mention Amazons as well. It's in a kind of seductive kind of voice. It's, ooh, an Amazon war party. So it's coming over in to I don't know. To ride the chariots? I don't know. That's the best I could come up with. I was struggling, I'm sorry. I will fight you. Thank you. Mount Pelion give me wine, but they also want wine. Okay, let's go due north again because I I can't get my bearings that way. I can't get my bearings this way. Are you sure that's due north? I've lost the army. There's an army invading. I don't know where it is. It's over here somewhere, isn't it? Oh, you saw the tab open there. Yes, I was looking at a previous video I've been doing. I found you can put chapters in, so it shows up in the bar underneath, so you can theoretically you can go to any part of the video that takes your fancy. I could describe what's happening in like 20-minute blocks, and you can just go to whichever sounds most interesting. Although that does take all the context out of everything. Huh, apparently I was due east before. That looks familiar. They are sailing in a different direction. Well, we'll start by calling everybody. You never know, they might go to the same location. They're not going to the same location. Well, let's get some rabble out. Wait, they might be going to the same location. It looks like they're landing here, because the game doesn't want me to trade anymore, apparently. I'll get them called, get these called. Yes, they're landing right on my port. Trading dock. For all the good at this, because Poseidon is stopping me from trading with anyone. Right, this isn't where I want the battle to take place. This is a bit too close to all that marble. I don't mind sending in my hoplites to do the fighting now, because I'm not so concerned about armour, since they don't have to go out and capture anywhere. I probably want to put wages up just a smidgen. Yeah, I'm not doing a bad job to say it is just rabble and Athena. And where are my hoplites? They're taking a mosey on through. Where's Athena going? Well, that didn't last long. The hoplites didn't even get a chance to take part. And Zeus' stronghold is complete. It's like the game was waiting for that invasion to happen before letting me win. The sanctuary to the great god Zeus is now gloriously reaches towards his lofty home. Zeus is smiling upon you and will make sure that others in the world smile upon you too. In his beneficence, he has also conferred the gift of prophecy upon the priest of his sacred sanctuary, and they will be able to help you see the future of your city, so it's basically Apollo. Zeus has also made it known in Olympus that if any other god dare threaten your city, he will personally see to it that no harm befall you. Are you listening, Hephaestus, and Apollo, and Poseidon, and, well, I don't know about anybody else that's been giving me grief. I've got Big Daddy Zeus on my side, so you know, deal with it. Although I do feel like I need to escort these ladies out in case they decide to loot something on the way out. And by escort them, I mean just like throw rocks at them, I guess. I can't catch up with them with my hoplites. It's a bit of a shame. Come on, yep, get them gone. I don't know where you're going, but I hope it's not near that stockpile. See what you're doing there? It's supposed to be running away. Well, I think that's all of them. That's not a bad round off. That's not a bad finish. High taxes to prevent immigration. What high taxes? I haven't touched the tax rate. Oh. That's odd. I don't recall such an attack rate anyway. Still, doesn't matter. Don't like people were immigrating anyway. So I think that's everything. Yeah, I'll just wait a month for the fanfare. Let's just have a quick look at. There we go. Nice sanctuary of Zeus.
With Mount Pelion serving you, your empire has again grown. Zeus now guards the city, and Apollo, Hephaestus, and Poseidon have gone away to see if they can cause trouble someplace else. All is well in the kingdom of Tiryns.
Good stuff. All is well. And it's not quite a healthy bank balance as well, considering my primary export is fleece. I think my only export is fleece. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, and olive oil as well. Small amounts of olive oil.
All that was foretold has come to fruition. In spite of many battles and obstacles, you and Hercules together have risen to prominence. Through his deeds, Hercules has atoned for the murders of his wife and children, and has earned immortality from the gods. You too have earned a measure of immortality, for people will long tell tales of your many triumphs as leader of Tiryns. They will speak of how you defeated Amazons and centaurs, faced a monster, and even managed to thwart the bad intentions of Apollo, Poseidon, and Hephaestus. Your fame is secure.
Thank you very much. My fame is secured. There's always going to be a little bit of YouTube that is going to commemorate this this event. Lovely. So let's take another nice quick tour around the city. This is the nice district. That's the Urchin Key 1. These are the overcrowded slums, and very good they are. Each district has its own sanctuary. Like the posh district gets a nice big sanctuary to Zeus. This area gets the smallest sanctuary to Hermes, but nice I guess. And this one gets a nice shrine to Athena. This is the Fleece. Good stuff there. Trading district and Urchin Key 3. There's still some hunting going on there, but that looks fairly prosperous. Got 400 loads of stored meat in there. So on that rather prosperous finish, here we are. That's Adventure 5. That's episode 7 of Adventure 5, and I believe there's only one more left after this. And I hope to see you in the near future when I will be embarking on that. I will see you next time, or whenever. I'll see you whenever. Don't worry about it.